Well, hello there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Caitlin. This is Chasing Cait. Today I have just a little bit different of a video for you guys, one that I am personally very excited about. As you can probably tell by the title, today is my birthday book haul. Before we get too far into this video, I do just want to say I apologize if the sound is a little off and if you hear the heater in the background. We just had a winter storm come in. It got very cold, and as much as it is beautiful outside now and the snow is melting already, it's still cold in here. So I apologize if you hear that kicking on and off throughout this video. Also, we're working on microphone situations. I am watching other people's videos, trying to figure out what personally I like to listen to. As of right now, it is the camera quality microphone that we are working with. If you guys have any suggestions on microphones that you enjoy listening to, because there are some that I can't watch a video if I hear the microphone like too much. So if you have any suggestions, leave them below. Just a quick little backstory on this little journey we call life, and in the process of, growing up. I am quite late to the party, but I have really been enjoying reading. This started like 2 years ago. I was kind of dabbling, dipping my toe in the water. Over the last 2 years, I've been trying to just find something I truly enjoy, and I think reading is one of those things. Over the past year and a half, I've kind of, gone through ebbs and flows of reading, not reading, being too busy, thinking I'm too busy, the whole nine. I'm very excited because I'm back in it. My mind is like focused. It's hovering over all of the books I have to read, and I'm just very excited. And what makes this haul so much more special is that it was for my birthday. I am still on like freaking cloud nine, sky high of my birthday this year. Those who know me in person know that I don't like my birthday. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't like talking about my birthday. This year was completely different. Just the people that I have in my life currently, and the feelings that I have, and the emotions, and the content and joy that I possess these days is more than I can ask for. It was incredible because of the people that I have in my circle now. It made it all the more special. But that being said, this year I think it was just as much a surprise to them as it was to me that I wanted to celebrate. So I was blessed enough and fortunate enough that I really didn't have to worry about like any cost over my birthday, which is fantastic, and I am truly blessed, but I wasn't expecting that. So that also means that I had a little bit extra that I could treat myself to, or at least I will justify treating myself to, which is how one of me and my very dear friends ended up at a Half Price Books. I went a little bit crazy. A little bit. These are also the reasons why I have now put myself on a book buying ban, because this is my TBR. Whoever said that buying books and reading books are two separate hobbies was correct. So that's enough chit chat for now. Without further ado, let's get into this book haul. Actually, real quick, just a slight disclaimer. I am leaning more towards like mystery, horror, based on true story kind of books recently versus like romance, fantasy. I want my heart to race just a little bit, like I want to get into the book. I don't want to just be like, they're kissing again. Okay. So that's kind of what I tried to focus on here. Just saying. Now, starting out strong, we have The Vicious Circle by Catherine St. John. I am so excited for this book. You have no idea, because I have such a fascination with cults. Okay. And when I saw this, I was like, immediately, because on the back is where they have the praise and inside is the blurb. So I read the back first. The very first one that reads, masterfully plotted and superbly twisty, St. John enthralls the reader with this high-stakes battle between a charismatic cult leader and a young woman whose quest for the truth might prove to be her undoing. Can I tell you, I love cults. Not in a like I would ever pen pal a prisoner cult leader type of way, but I just have such a fascination with cults, MLMs, the whole thing of just like there being this false god complex and like the followers of it. This book is about a couple that has a self-help spiritual wellness center in the jungle of Mexico. Okay, and the husband dies, but the wellness center is not left to his wife. It's left to his estranged niece. So she is supposed to go down there and figure some things out, and then things start happening. It says at the end, as the sinister forces surrounding her become apparent, she realizes all too late that she can't escape. Frantic and terrified, she discovers her only hope for survival is to put her confidence in the very person she trusts the least. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Cults. Next we have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This one is about a daughter that goes missing, and then her mother, 10 years later, is trying to put her life back together when she unexpectedly meets a charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting his daughters, and his youngest, Poppy, takes her breath away because the eerily precious Poppy is the spitting image of her daughter. It says it's a haunting page-turner of sheer perfection. It's gripping and emotionally resonant tale of one mother's quest to uncover the clues she failed to recognize and finally discover the truth of what happened to her daughter. This is what I'm talking about, okay? I want to not be able to read at night. To an extent. I don't actually want that because I like reading and I don't want to stop when the sun goes down, but this is the kind of thing I'm into right now. Up next we have The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. This one actually came recommended to me by my friend that I was with. We saw a couple of these. I was looking at it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for a cute cover. The black and pink just kind of stuck out to me. And then I was reading what little there is on the back and she said it's a really good book. When she tells me to read something, I kind of just want to. So she recommended this one, that's why I got it. And next we have Midnight Atlanta by Thomas Mullen. Now this one is a little out of my forte just because I think this one is going to be more of a true crime novel versus the kind of dramatic damsel in distress kind of girly, you know, books that I do like to read. Now this one is set in Atlanta in 1956. It says, when Arthur Bishop, editor of Atlanta's leading black newspaper, is killed in his office, cop-turned-journalist Tommy Smith finds himself in the crosshairs of racist cops. To clear his name, he needs to learn more about the dangerous story Bishop had been working on. Meanwhile, Smith's ex-partner Lucius Boggs and White Sergeant Joe McInnes, the only white cop in the precinct, are caught between meddling federal agents, racist detectives, and communist activists as they try to solve the murder. With a young Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. making headlines of his own and tensions in the city growing, Boggs and Smith find themselves back on the same side in a hunt for the truth that will put them both at risk. A good man killed, a city in conflict, a country waking up, and the latest novel in a stunning literary crime series. Like I said, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I am very excited about this. It even has a recommendation from Stephen King. It says, a brilliant blending of crime, mystery, and American history. Terrific entertainment. Up next we have The Shadow Key by Susan Stokes Chapman. This one I too am excited about. I'm excited about all of these, but I'm probably going to keep saying it. At the very top there is a review and it says, a haunting gothic mystery full of dark magic which keeps you completely gripped as the sinister mystery unfolds. Now this one is based overseas. It is based in London and Wales, where Dr. Henry Talbot has little choice but to accept a mysterious offer of employment as a private physician from Julian Tresillian, an inscrutable lord in rural Wales. He finds himself treated with suspicion by superstitious villagers whose beliefs in myths and magic he's inclined to dismiss. When he discovers that his predecessor died under peculiar circumstances, his determination to uncover the truth leads him down a path fraught with danger, made all the more perilous by his headstrong, reluctant ally Lynette, Julian's younger cousin. Now I do believe there is a little bit of like a forbidden romance in here. There is an unconventional mistress, but I'm all for some haunted gothic mysteries. Now up next we have the book So Pretty by Ronnie Turner. This one kind of a little more, like I said, haunting, horror-like. It says, fear blisters through this town like a fever. When Teddy arrives in the small town of Rye, he believes he will be able to settle down and leave his past behind him. Little does he know that fear blisters through the streets like a fever. The locals tell him to stay away from an establishment known as Barry and Vincent, that those who rub too closely to its proprietor risk a bad end. Despite their warnings, Teddy is desperate to understand why Rye has come to fear this one man and to see what he really hides behind the doors of his shop. Ada moved to Rye with her young son to escape a damaged childhood and years of never fitting in, but she's lonely and ostracized by the community. Ada is ripe for affection and friendship, and everyone knows it. As old secrets bleed out into this town, so too will a mystery about a family who vanished 50 years earlier and a community living on a knife edge. Teddy looks for answers thinking he is safe, but some truths are better left undisturbed, and his past will find him here, just as it has always found him before, and before long, it will find Ada too. So I have a feeling this one's going to be like a dual point of view, and then they kind of meet in the middle somewhere. There's a chapter called Men and Devils. So we'll see how this one goes. And up next, we have The Obsession by Nora Roberts. This particular Half Price Books had a lot of Nora Roberts on the shelf. I had never heard of her. If you guys have, let me know. What do you guys think of her books? There were a lot. Like, this girl writes, okay? This woman, she's a woman. She's a woman. So this one is about a woman named Naomi, and essentially she ends up figuring out that her father is gruesome, to say the least. Apparently she ends up being the one to out him for his crimes. She tries to have a normal life. We all know that can't be right. And then she becomes obsessed with the sins of her father, as well as the detective on the case. It just seems like, you know, something a little I would be into, right? Like, not quite culty, but close enough. Next, we have All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. This one, again, leans kind of into that horror thriller realm that I've been into. This one is about a girl named Nicolette Farrell who left her hometown 10 years ago. 10 years ago, she broke up with a boyfriend. 10 years ago, since her best friend disappeared, never to be heard from again. She is living in Philadelphia, but then finds out that her father is becoming very ill. She goes to take care of him, and when she does, it says within days of her return, another girl goes missing, and she experiences a terrifying sense of deja vu. As she works to unravel what happened to the missing girl, shocking truths emerge about her neighbors, her family, and what really happened to her best friend that night 10 years ago. So, again, a little hot pounder, if you will. Now, this one. This one, I don't know why I picked this up, why I was intrigued by it. I didn't realize till I brought this home. This was by the one and only Guillermo del Toro. This is called The Hollow Ones by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan. This is apparently volume 1 of the Blackwood tapes. This one, I guess, is supposed to be a little bit more sinister in the spiritual realm. It's about a woman who is an FBI agent who essentially has to turn her weapon on her partner, who becomes suddenly, inexplicably violent while apprehending a rampaging murderer. But what most troubles her isn't the tragedy, it's the shadowy presence she thought she saw fleeing the deceased agent's body after his death. So this one is a little bit more, we don't read after dark kind of a book. That's what I'm gathering from this. Now, up next, we have the book called Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I love a good cover, okay? I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but something about this just speaks to me, okay? It just reminds me of a beautiful comic book, and it's just, I don't know, I had to. But essentially, this one is about a woman who is obsessed with true crime, and long story less long, she has a new neighbor named Sam, who she believes is a serial killer because of her obsession with true crime. It then goes on to say it's not long before she realizes that Sam might be something much scarier, a genuinely nice guy who can pierce her armor to reach her vulnerable heart. So this one is a romance, okay, it is. However, I like that it still involves the kind of crime, you know? It's a 2-for-1. It's a twofer. Up next, we have Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This one might be one that not necessarily I have to worry about, but might hit a little closer to the nonfiction side of things while still being fictional. This one is about a couple named Jack and Grace. Jack and Grace are the couple. He is a powerful attorney. She is the pristine spitting image of the American housewife. They apparently have the relationship that everybody longs for, true love. However, this one leans more into the DV side of things, not in the physical aspect that I know of because I haven't read the book, but more so of the narcissistic control aspect. That's what I get from the blurb on the back. So this one I might have to just, we know what I'm trying to say. We're gonna have to take this one slowly. Then we have If I Go Missing by Leslie Wolfe. This one is another thriller, but this is based off of the woman's perspective because she is the one that is hiding the secrets. So it says, if you're reading this, I've gone missing. I close the binder I've been writing in and walk into the living room. As I stare out the window at your house next door, I think about all the things I stand to lose if someone comes for me. My handsome, loving husband who has no idea what I've done. My family who have supported me no matter what. This beautiful home near the ocean where I thought I would be safe. Everyone says that I'm paranoid, but I just think I'm prepared. My secrets have placed me in terrible danger. So if the worst happens, this binder contains everything you'll need to find me, hidden in a place only you could guess. You've always known me best of everyone ever since we were girls. You'll be able to put the pieces together and uncover the truth. Only you can find me, but you'll need to do it fast, because if you don't, all your lies will come to light too. Whew, I just got a little chill in the back of my head. I'm excited about this one. This one looks cool. It just looks cool. So about it. All right, we are almost done. I promise we're gonna get through these last ones real quick. Now, the last one that I got is Underneath the Sycamore Tree by B. Celeste. Is this not a movie or a show or something? I feel like I've heard this before. I can't really remember, but I feel like I've heard about this before. Essentially, this is about a girl named Emery. She ends up losing her twin sister to an incurable autoimmune disease, and then she has to go live with her father, who she hasn't seen in 10 years. She ends up having to start a new life with her dad, and then ends up meeting, of course, a boy named Caden. Apparently, Caden is the one to make her feel seen and loved. It says somewhere along the way she finds solace in the guy with the sad eyes. But everything happens in stages and nothing good ever lasts. Time is a luxury we don't all have. This one is a little more romancy, like young love. What's that movie? What's that movie with Shailene Woodley? It's giving that. Whatever that is, whatever that movie is, which I think is a book, I'm so sorry. It's giving that. Those are everything that I got at Half Price Books, but I am very excited because I have not one, but 2 honorable mentions. You guys. I'm trying to like keep my composure here. You have no idea how excited I am about these, okay? I have been looking forward to getting this series for months at this point, okay? So these are the honorable mentions because I did not actually purchase these myself. These were a beautiful birthday gift from one of my best friends, and I am just so thankful because this was a series that I did not want to set out on getting just yet. Say what you want about ACOTAR and Sarah J. Maas and, you know, the whole Massiverse. I love it. I'm here for it. I think if a book helps you get into reading and makes you want to pick up another book, read it. People can say what they want. I'm gonna have opinions on things that I know a lot of people are not going to agree with, and vice versa. That's just part of life. Everything is subjective. Art is subjective. Likes and interests and disinterests are all subjective. Read what you want, enjoy what you want to an extent, as long as it's not hurting anybody, like quite literally hurting somebody else. But I am so excited about these. I'm so excited to read these. I have a few things that I want to read before these because these themselves are paperweights. These could be my bookends. Like, I have books in the middle. These are the bookends. These are heavy. They're thick. They are, I'm gonna guess, like, yeah, 800 pages each. Now, I do only have the 2 because this girl knows me so well. The paperback of these does not come out until the summer of this year. I don't care if a book is a paperback or a hardcover. If it's a series, has to be the same. Has to. God bless this woman because she knows well enough that that would not fly with me and my OCD. So I am so excited to read these. I thank her so much for these. They're gorgeous. They're big. So excited. And with that, my friends, that is everything for this birthday book haul. I am so excited to read all of these, and I have to be especially even more excited because, like I said, I have put myself on a book buying ban until at least half of this is gone. So truly, I could just read these and be okay, but I'm not going to do that because I have so many options, so many different stories that I could be reading, and I do want to read my books. I'm back into reading books versus buying books, and I'm really enjoying that because this is my TBR. My bookshelf that has already been read is like a fourth of this, okay? And like I said, I'm just getting into this hobby, like truly tip of the iceberg, but kind of sliding back down before we go over the tip. I'm trying to find things that I enjoy. Reading is something that I enjoy. There has just been a lot that has been going on that I'm either too busy or I say I'm too busy or something comes up and, you know, I've been working a lot. So I'm happy that as of right now, I have some time. I can get into these books and these alternate universes, just enjoy my time enveloped in a different life, essentially. So that is everything that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a comment down below if you've read any of these books, if you want to read any of these books, if any of these are on your actual TBR. Also, what other books are you guys into right now? Because here's the thing, I might not be able to buy the books right now. That does not mean my wish list is not ever growing, okay? So if you have any books that you guys really recommend, any series as well, let me know. If you did like this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Subscribe if you are not already. Chasing Cait is going to be essentially whatever I want it to be. I'm looking forward to the future videos that I have coming, future adventures, and everything in between. So with that being said, thank you again so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If there's anything else that you would want to see from me, please let me know. And yeah, I think that's it. And I will see you guys in my next video.